through the last 35 years, God has given us an amazing opportunity through that camping and through our community ministry programs to really get established and build relationships and credibility out in these housing communities. But about 5 years ago, we really sensed the Lord challenging us and kind of opening our eyes to recognize that there was no way that we could ever meet the holistic needs of the families in these communities. I mean, even with a huge staff, we could only scratch the surface. But God began to give us a vision to really focus on equipping and connecting the local church to do the ministry in these housing communities. Because again, back to that map illustration, these are communities that are right in the backyard of the church. They're not far away, and it's where we live, it's where we work, it's where our kids go to school. So how can we help equip and connect those churches to get engaged in ministry? Well, kind of equipping and connecting are two key buzzwords for us, and I just want to take a minute to unpack that. What does it mean to equip churches? Well, when we went out 5 years ago and we started talking with churches about getting engaged in hands-on relational ministry in the housing communities, what we heard over and over from them was, yes, we want to do this. We're excited about it. But then immediately that statement followed and they said, but you have to tell us how. You have to show us what to do because we don't know how. We don't know how to reach these communities. And so it's taken some time. But last year we launched our first formal ministry class. We call it Community Ministry 101. We added another module to it this spring, just last weekend, Community 100, and we've got 2 more levels that we plan on adding in 2015. So we're really starting to develop a more specific training curriculum for churches. We also do a lot of kind of one-on-one equipping. We've got 4 full-time community staff, and their whole focus is coming alongside of churches and helping them figure out, hey, how can we take what you want to do in the neighborhood and how can we equip you, train you? And that can be at a very high level of helping the church just even understand their neighborhood and starting to understand maybe some of the cross-cultural issues. And it can also get down to a very tangible, practical level of, hey, if you're going to have volunteers reaching out in this community, here's how you do volunteer training or background checks or cross-cultural training and how to work with kids who may be coming from a very different family background. So we do that type of training. The other side is the connecting. And this is where that 35 years of summer camps and after-school clubs and things like that we were doing through our ministry, that's where that relationship and kind of that equity in our communities comes to bear. Because now, as a church comes to us and says, hey, we want to reach out in this community, but we don't know where to start, and we don't have credibility, we don't have relationships there, we can say, that's all right, because we've got community staff and we've got history there. If I took any one of you this afternoon and I threw on one of our staff shirts or put you in one of our vans and we drove to any one of these 15 housing communities, people would open their doors to you because of what they know of our ministry, because we have that kind of recognition there. And so we can help to really open the doors and make that connection for the church.